Hi, this is Jeff. Hope you're doing good. In this video I'm going to show you how to install and set up the Photocrati theme. This is my second time doing that. The first one I had music playing in the background that was too loud, and once I uploaded it to YouTube they caught it as, or they said it matched third-party content. So to make this more enjoyable, I'm doing it over again so that you don't actually have to listen to any music in the background and everything's more clear. This was the site that I set up. I set it up using a friend's logo that I did a long time ago as a demo, and then set it up with some random pictures. This time I'm actually going to go in and do things a little bit different. I designed a new logo and some other images that I can use so that it should turn out better. So anyway, let's get started. Once you purchase the Photocrati theme, you'll be given access to their members area. And then once you're in the members area, you'll be able to download the theme by clicking download. I've already done this, so my theme is in my downloads folder right now. Once you do download the theme, you don't have to unzip the zip file. It's perfect as is to upload directly into WordPress, so I'm going to just go and install it now. So I have a new installation here. I went and deleted everything that I had just done. I deleted all the pages and everything, so I'm starting with basically a fresh installation. So basically, to install Photocrati, you want to go to Appearance and then Themes. If you're starting with a new installation, you'll most likely have the WordPress 2012 theme installed. You want to click on Install Themes and then click on Upload. And then browse to your folder where you saved your theme. Click Install Now. Usually takes less than a minute to install, depending on how large the theme is. So it's taking a second here. Okay, there it goes. I'm just going to activate it. Once activated, you'll see this page. You want to go directly to Theme Options and click on Quick Setup. This will give you some instructions on how to install it. Some basic things. You can read through that if you want. Some of this might make sense, some of it might not if you're new to WordPress. Excuse me, every time I try to make videos it seems I get a little bit sick. So yeah, excuse me, just to get a drink of water. So again, you can go through these settings. It's basically some quick instructions. I'll let you read those, but I would just want to make this as quick as possible. So go to Choose Theme, and then Photocrati gives you several different themes to choose from, or styles of their theme to choose from. I'm going to go with 10 stop. You can select it, and this is basically a warning that says, are you sure you want to use this preset style? This cannot be undone and will overwrite any customizations you have done thus far. You can save your current customizations before you proceed under the Save Custom Themes. So just click OK. Now that's selected, the page will reload. You can actually click here and after you've made your customizations, you'll type in a name here, say 10 stop custom, and then click Save Customizations. That will save your all your current customizations if you want to go back to it, just in case maybe after you've done some editing, excuse me, you go back and you want to select a different one. It will save what you did previously. I haven't done anything yet, so I don't need to put anything here. Right now I deleted all the pages that I created beforehand, so if you're starting with a new installation, it's recommended that you create these pages. Most likely you'll have galleries and blog and about and contact pages. Clicking this will create all those right now. So I'm just going to do that and ask you if you actually want to do it or not. Just click OK. It says pages created successfully. After that's done, you want to go to Customize Theme. And I won't go through every aspect like I did last time. You can go through this, and basically it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to click on just a few. I want my website to be one column and centered on the middle of the page. The background to be white, so I'm going to save later style after I made that change. I actually created a graphic for the background, and I'm going to just see how it looks. This kind of chevron pattern, and I want it to tile both directions, up and down. Of course you can select whatever you want here. Click Save Main Background. Content background, that's the middle of the page where your content will be. I actually want it to be a color, white. We'll just leave the border as 0 and save that. This meta paragraph says hide or show the blog meta paragraph at the bottom of the post. So if you create a blog post, it will usually have your meta information, like the author who created it, at the bottom, along with date and stuff. You can leave this on for now. You can have music playing with this theme on your home page or subcategory pages. You do need to upload your own MP3, hopefully one that's not copyrighted, or copyrighted by yourself at least. You can have it autoplay. I don't recommend having any music autoplay. I feel it's better to give people the opportunity to play music if they want, so that if they're watching other media on their computer while they're browsing your site, it's not, jarring to them. So I've saved all those settings. I'm going to go to header. Right now, so when I'll go back to this right now. Right now when I refresh this, it's going to have a text title. I don't want a text title, I actually want a logo, so I'm going to select custom logo, and then select file, and then I created a generic logo for this. Once it's uploaded successfully, just click Save Logo, and then scroll down, and you can change the header height depending on how large your logo is. You'll have to adjust these settings. I'm going to leave those for now to see if it works on its own. And then I want my logo to be above the menu. This gives you several different options how you want your logo and menu to appear. So I'm just going to select logo top with menu on the bottom. The check mark shows that it's been saved. Header background, I don't want there to be any color in the header, so I'm just going to change this to white. 6Fs is white. And click Save. Here you can have change the menus, and I won't go through this, but you can basically select all different types of fonts from Google fonts for this. So there's actually some pretty nice ones. I can select Arvo for this just to show you. let's see. Let's do kind of a gray for that real fast. Oh, see, I didn't select the check mark, so that will put the actual hex code in there. Click Save. And then I'm going to scroll down. You can do the same for drop-down menu customization if you have menus that are extensive and have drop-downs. So everything is saved for that right now, and I'm just going to move on to body. And then I can show you what it looks like. We haven't created any, well actually there will be. I'm going to set the menu to this. See how this doesn't actually show, there's wording right here. So let's go back to the header, change the header height to 180, refresh. That's a lot better. You don't see the menu yet because I have to set a custom menu here, and I'll do that in a second. So I'm going to go back to body. Here you can select body fonts, title styles for your blog posts and page titles. It gives you all the options. You can actually change the colors for the links. So let's just do red. You can do a different color of red, maybe a little darker color for the hover when you're hovering over. It's good to have your links underlined so that people do know that they're links if they're a different color than the normal blue that links usually are. I'm just going to click Save. Sidebar, you can select the percentage of width for the sidebar, how big you want it to be. You can have sidebars or not. Actually, this is the content width, and then this is the sidebar area, so you want these to kind of match to be the right dimensions. These need to equal 100%. You can, let's see, change the color of the sidebar background if you want. And then, again, select font styles for the sidebar, sidebar titles, link colors in the sidebar. You can do the same thing. And of course I'm doing this fast so that this video is not too lengthy. Hover style, underline, save links. Here you can enter social media icons. I'm not going to do that right now just because this is a demo. You can use custom content. So this basically gives you a way to place any custom HTML that you have that you want to insert in your sidebars. You can use the widgets for that because widgets are in the sidebar, and I'll show you that in a second as well. I'm not going to do anything right now, so I'm just going to turn this off. I believe everything is saved. I'm going to just save it again. And then footer, background color, I want this to be, let's see, maybe like just to give it a little bit of variation, I'm going to make it a light gray so that it's not jarring. Of course you can select transparent. I'm just going to leave the fonts as they are. The link color, excuse me. You can have widgets in your footer as well, and you can customize that. You can change the footer height. I'm just going to lower that so it's not so huge. You can select where you want your widgets to show up. I'm just going to do on all pages, including the home page. And your footer HTML, you probably want to actually put in a link to your website with the title text. I'm just going to do this real quick. Oops. I don't want to show the Photocrati link. You can if you want. Click Save Footer Copyright, and that should be good right now for the overall page. I didn't select the right color for this, so let's see, footer and footer widget styles, background color for the widgets. So I selected the wrong color. Footer color here is, I'll change this to a lighter color. And just save that. I don't have any widgets or any content right now, so I'll get to that in a second. So the text is not showing up, so I need to make that darker. This is background. Oh, this is for the widget. I'm not going to change that. Footer color, link color. Well, I'm not seeing where to change that text. I'll just make the background a little bit darker so that text pops out a little better. Of course, I'm trying to go over this fast, but you'll be able to take your time with it once you own the theme. So it's not the best, but you get the idea. You can change that to however you want. Let's get back to the other options. I've gone through these. Now I'm going to go through gallery settings. You can have your theme display full resolution images, which is slower, or you can choose faster, which will resize. I'm just going to do resize images so it's faster just for the moment. This gives you right click protection. Basically it disables the right clicking on your site if you don't want people to easily just right click and save image. It doesn't deter everyone because there still is ways to take your images from your website, but this actually does a little bit of, it deters some people but not everyone. This is Lightbox. I'm going to do always enabled so that whenever you click on an image it opens up a Lightbox so that you can click through every image on the page. You can choose what kind of Lightbox there is or what kind of style your Lightbox is. I'm just going to save general settings. The gallery options, I'm leaving all this as it is right now. You can have image captions on your images. You can choose where they display if you want the caption of your images on the bottom or top or overlaid. This is for this, the speed of the slideshow. So on your home page, I'll show you in a second, if you want this to, your images to move slower or faster, you would just change, increase or decrease this. You can change the transition effect so that they either fade in, they kind of flash in with like a bright white box and then fade in and then slide in from, I guess, the left. And then the transition speed of how these transitions, how fast they are, you can change this. This is in milliseconds. If you want borders on everything, you can select that here. I don't want borders on anything. And again, you can go through all this, but you can leave it as is and then just click save and then customize it once you get your content in. I'm just going through this real quick so you can get an idea of all the options in this theme and how to use them, or how to use the majority of them. Photocrati has an e-commerce option where you can set up e-commerce galleries to sell prints of your images. You do need to set up and use PayPal And it uses the IPN notifications, which basically is a service from PayPal that and here's instructions for setting this up, but basically what it does is once somebody makes an order, it notifies PayPal, and then PayPal notifies your website and verifies that the sale has been made from your site. So you can see it says enter your website in PayPal under the IPN section. But all this is pretty much straightforward. You want to enter your PayPal address, you enter your return address or return URL after somebody makes a sale. You'll basically want to create a page, go to add new, and then create a thank you page, and then put that URL in here. This gives you options on your e-commerce galleries, so you can select how many images per row if you want captions, and then the colors of borders and styles and all that. And then this is for print size options and prices. You basically enter what size prints that you want to sell. Option 1, price 1, option 2, price 2. So 5x7s are $15, 6x9s are $30. These are random prices I put in. And I just put in 2 as an example to show you in a bit. But you want to enter just single or double digits, no periods or decimal points, just straight single or double digits like that. And you can see there's a lot of areas to create options and pricing for that. And you can even create more, it says. You want to set up your currency, what your shopping cart title is. You can leave all these pretty much as they are. If you want to have a custom cart button or add to cart button, you can upload your own if you have one. You can set taxes, total before, total after for taxation purposes. You can set your standard pricing. You can change the checkout note that people receive after they've checked out. And then this is PayPal profile based shipping. This is off for now. I'm just going to leave it off right now. Basically what this does, I believe, is pull in customers' information like their shipping address from PayPal when they're using it. Again, I'm just going to leave that off, but you can choose on if you want. I'm just going to hit save. So those are all set up, and now there's another option or other options here. This allows you to enter your Google Analytics, which you should have for your site so that you can track the traffic. Basically all you need is a Gmail account, and you can go to Google/Analytics, log in, and you'll get a code snippet that you paste in here, and then click update, and that will start tracking all of your traffic. Leave this to yes. It's probably preferred that you just leave it as yes. This is for creating dynamic style sheets. I'm not really sure what the purpose of that is. I guess you could set it either way. I think it will work fine. This is if you want to totally customize your theme with custom styles. So you would enter your the CSS here for that. If you don't know anything about that, don't worry about it. You can leave that blank. So all the settings have pretty much been set up. The pages, when I first went to choose theme, have been set up. I'll go in and create my first homepage slider because I basically have 0 content now. Oh, actually, let me show you. Let's get that menu working real fast. Menu is under appearance and then menus. I have a menu set up called main. I actually set this up before and I didn't delete it. And this is actually supposed to be empty right now, so I'm just going to remove these pages. I'm going to just select all to put all these into the menu for right now. So now you can see we have links to our contact, about, blog, etc. pages. You can easily drag and drop these to where you want them to be, you know, whatever order you want them to be. If you want to create drop downs, you basically drag this over and now about will be a sub menu of galleries. I don't want it like that, so I'll just put it back. You want your home page link probably first. I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to go to menu locations. And now you'll see the two areas of navigation, or menu navigation areas that you have. I only have one menu set up right now, and that's the primary top menu area, so I'm just going to click save. And then go back, hit refresh. So now I have my menu here, but it's too close to my logo. So to fix that, you need to go back to theme options, customize theme. Go into header, and I'm going to change the padding of the bottom of the logo. Actually, I probably should just change the height of my header to 190, and then I'm going to add 30 or 10 more pixels to the padding of the bottom to give it some space underneath the logo. Menu top margin, you can probably increase that too, but I'm just going to test that for right now. So that moved it down a little bit. Let's try 50 pixels for the logo bottom padding. So that didn't move it much. So I'm going to actually decrease the top padding to 0. I'm going to create a little larger header. I'm going to up this to 10 more pixels for the menu top margin. That's the space above this menu. So that looks a little bit better. So that's fixed. So we have now a logo and everything customized with a nice menu system. I just want to go in and put some content in here so it doesn't look so barren. To create the homepage slideshow, you want to go to Pages, All Pages in your menu. Then click on Home. We're going to create a gallery, Photocrati gallery slideshow for this. If you don't already have this page set up and you're setting up new pages, once you type in this title, you want to immediately publish it, and then you can go back and add this. But since this has already been saved, I can go and put your cursor in the content field here, click on New Photo Gallery. I'm just going to type in home for a description. You can leave the description blank if you want. I want a slideshow, so you can click this. So this dialog box gives you a gallery type and an album type. We're not creating an album right now, we're creating a gallery. Some people get confused with that. I know I did when I was first started working with Photocrati, but basically an album is one single image pointing to a gallery, and then a gallery is a gallery of images. So I'm going to click slideshow. This you can leave blank. It says here that it's going to be deprecated in the future versions of Photocrati, so just leave that blank. You can mess with this stuff here, but you can basically just leave that to what it is, and then click on Add Images to add images into your slideshow. I'm just going to select a few, and I've already resized these to 900 pixels wide, and these images do have a border around them. If your images don't, it'll look different, but just as a demo purposes, I've selected some old images that I've shot in Oslo, Norway. So this will go through and they'll upload each image. It takes a couple seconds depending on your speed of internet and your hosting provider. So now just click Save Gallery. It's saved, and now you want to update. Click on Update. That's really important. So now the page is updated. You can see, refreshing the home page here, we now have a lovely slideshow of our images. You know, it has arrows so that people can click through, showing the number and the, you know, we had the 4 seconds of time of transition here, so you can slow that down if you want. If you wanted to create captions or write a caption underneath, you actually need to go back, scroll down, and now you'll see that your gallery is under Photocrati Galleries. And you click on Edit Gallery. Scroll down, and then you just click Edit Metadata, and then you can change the title. This is the old newspaper building, or a building that housed a newspaper company in Norway. They're still around, but yeah, it just looks really cool. And of course you can add a title. I'm not sure, I don't think they still use this building, but this is in the, excuse me, this is in the in Gamlebyen, or what's known as the Old Town, like the town that I used to live in, 1,000-year-old city center in Oslo. But yeah, you can go through basically and, you know, change the titles all how you want, and then click Save Gallery. Once you've done that, click Update again to save your changes. And I believe that the captions should show up. I might have selected that they're off. But you can change that again under the theme options and then theme customization, or customize theme. This gallery page is blank. This is where we would create those albums, and I'll show you how to do that real quick. Go back to all pages. Click on galleries. Put your cursor inside this content box and then click on New Photocrati Gallery. I'm going to just type in a random title here. I'll just call it Galleries. And you can have the image with the title of the gallery here with the details listed one after the other in consecutive order, or you can have a grid. I'm just going to do album grid for right now. Select the check mark for the homepage gallery, and then if you have other galleries here, you'll have other images with check marks, and then you can select which ones you want on the page. Click Save Album, and then it just is a reminder here that you have to update your page. And then once we go back to our galleries page, it'll show the one main image. This has an extra line around it because I said that I had borders on my images, so you won't have that double border like that. So now when you click that, it'll go actually to the home page, to wherever your slideshow is. Editing the contact page and the blog page, you can just click on these right here if you want, and then click edit page once you get to that page, or you can go back to all pages in the admin and then put whatever you would like on the contact page, or the about page, etc. When we first set up these pages automatically, when we were after installation, this created a blog page. So you can click on this now, and this is where your blog will be. So you can see we have our sidebar with these are generic. When you install WordPress, you always get a generic post and a generic comment. And then these are just widgets that you can change if you don't want them in your sidebar. And this is the generic hello world post that every WordPress installation has. You can go in and just delete these and start blogging away, or if you already have content, blog posts, they'll show up here. Shopping cart. I showed how to create a shopping cart. We have a shopping cart page here. This was created automatically, and the template for this was a shopping cart template or page template. I'll show you in a second. This was automatically generated, but you can have this say whatever you want. It could be just cart. But the main thing here is that you can create any page that you want to be a shopping cart, which basically shows people what they have in their shopping cart. But you need to make sure that the shopping cart template is selected here, and then click update. Right now we don't have anything for sale. I can show you how to do that real quick, even though I have created another video just on that a few minutes ago. But basically it's the same as creating a gallery, but a few different options. So you can go to all pages, add new. I'm just going to title this prints because I want to sell some of my prints, or maybe you do, so you can title this however you want, whatever you're selling. You can create as many e-commerce galleries as you want. Once you type in prints or whatever the title is, click publish before going any further. Then again, put your cursor here, add new Photocrati gallery. Type in a title. I'm just going to type in prints. You can do landscape prints or whatever title you want. Click on e-commerce, and then you don't really have to pay attention to anything else. You can play with these if you want. You can test, and then I'm just going to add a few images. So let's just do those four. This is a nice one. Again, same as before, that'll take like a couple seconds to upload those. Click Save Gallery. Go to Update. Click on Update. It's really important. And then you want to go to Edit Gallery. Scroll to the bottom, and now you'll see your images. Again, you can change the titles. This is the Oslo Opera House. is another picture of Oslo. Excuse me. Yeah, so change those how you want them, and then click Save Gallery. If you want to go back, if there's, say, different options that you want, say these are only available in certain sizes, click on e-commerce, and then you can choose, say you're only offering these in 6x9s, you can unselect all the 5x7 and other options that you have here. You can turn all those off. And then, you know, so you have like certain photos that you sell at a certain size, that will be all set up. And then click update. This video is getting longer than the last one. I'm going over a little bit more of those in this one, so this should be a lot better. Sorry it's so long to describe or go over this stuff, but that's what it takes. So now we can just go to View Page. And so now we have an e-commerce page showing each image. When I click on it, it shows the title and the description and a nice Lightbox. And then if I want to add any of these, it pops open a window and then allows the user to change the quantity. You can select update. Now it shows that I have images in my cart. Once I click that, it takes me to the shopping cart page where I can check out as a user or a customer. I can check out, and that will take me through the payment process. Again, that print gallery that I just created is not in my menu, so you need to go back to menu and then select, sorry about that, add the print page to your menu. Remember to click Save Menu. And there you have the prints page on in your menu. But I hope, yeah, that's basically it. You can have a menu down here. You just have to go through menus and then click create a new menu. I'll just do a real quick one, call it footer. You might want to have some basic things in it. Maybe your about and contact page. Click Save. Then go to Manage Locations. And then select Footer for the footer navigation links. Now there should be navigation in your footer. You can see that here, and of course I did this too light, so you can change those. You can change these colors of the links, the background, however you want. Just giving you a rough idea of how to do this. I think that is the majority of the options and how to set up everything. To create a new post, you might already know how to do that. You can go to all posts if you want to start blogging. Here you can just go and trash this first one by just clicking trash. It will throw that in the trash, and then you can click add new. And then enter your content however you want. Again, you can have music playing and all that stuff if you decide. Of course, enter your tag and your featured image. Click publish. And now once you go to your blog, you'll be able to view your blog posts. One thing that I said I was going to go over was changing the widgets. Basically, you want to go under appearance and then widgets. And then here shows you each one that you can drag in whatever, however you want them to appear, whatever order. WordPress gives you a bunch of different ones. You can put your tag cloud here that will put a whole list of tags that you tagged your posts with. Custom text, you can actually add HTML in here. If you want to display a banner with a text link or an affiliate link or whatever you would like, maybe some news, you can just type that in here, maybe in a little blurb about yourself. This accepts HTML, so you can put whatever you want in there and it'll show up. Just put some random text in there real quick. Remember to click save and then usually just close it. But you can rearrange these however you want. You can select the number of posts that you want to show down the side. We only have one post right now, so it won't show any more than that, but you can have 10. So now when we go back to our site, there's our cool widget with our text. One other thing is when you're setting up WordPress, you might already have this set up, but permalinks are really important for SEO. You want your sites to rank well in Google and all that. So permalinks is really important. How to set those up is basically you go to settings and then permalinks. And I've done this before. You actually need to do this if it's a new installation, but this is the best permalink structure I've found. This is the one that I always use. It basically, whatever your post name is or your page name, it will be just your website / blog or about. It doesn't give you some long URL with a question mark and .php in it. So you can see down here when I roll over, this is a cool new post. It actually shows this is a cool new post. There's no date or long subdirectory which pushes your content like farther away from the home page. The closer your content is to the home page, the better. But yeah, that's basically about it. You want to, of course, like go under users, change your password if you set up a basic password or anything like that. And this stuff is all pretty straightforward. You can of course install new plugins if you want. I won't go over any of that right now because this video has already gotten longer than I wanted it to be. But that should give you basically a really good understanding of how to set up the Photocrati theme and get it going so you can get your website up hopefully in a little bit. So good luck. If you have any questions, just post them or email me. And be sure to subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming, and hopefully this was helpful. So again, hope you had a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.